Talk to you guys today about something that's super important for young men in this day, age, and generation, and something that's been important since the very beginning. We've got to talk about working with our hands and nature, because these are very important. I have three things I want to share with you today. Number one, I want to share how green exercise is actually super important for young men. Back when I was in high school, I was doing a ton of research on a lot of things for an essay class, and one of my favorite topics that I chose was about exercise. And I happened to stumble upon something very, very interesting to me. I've always loved the natural world, health and wellness, and I found this thing called green exercise. What is green exercise? Green exercise is actually literally just exercise, but surrounded by the color green. We're just doing our normal exercises in the grass, in among the trees, wherever you are in exercise, in nature, in the outdoors. And what this does is a lot of things, actually. I won't list everything it does, but they took a couple studies and they did them just for corporate people in the workplace, and they went on walks during their lunch breaks instead of sitting inside, and they did their exercise outside instead of in gyms, stuff like that. Hey buddy, there's my cat. He's more like a dog though. And what they discovered was that everyone who did this had lower anxiety, lower depression. Actually, walking outside for 30 minutes is equivalent to a certain amount of antidepressants that you could take as medicines. So they discovered lower depression, lower anxiety, increased happiness, increased mental focus, mental presence. Literally, your neurology changes. And I'm saying this as someone who has spent time in the neurodevelopmental field, someone who's researched this stuff, who knows about it to quite an extent from my own personal life. And so I can back this up. And the beauty of this is that it's so simple. It might not be as simple for everyone as it is for other people. Obviously, it's pretty simple for me, but other people might just have a local park, something like that. So green exercise, literally exercising. I'll bring my weights outside. I go on runs, things like that. Now, number two is working with your hands, working outside with your hands, doing something, building something, crafting something with these hands. Obviously, I'm holding a phone, I'm holding a microphone right now, and it's like this tiny little mic. You have to kind of pinch it. I'd rather like something I could just like hold, right? But And what this does for us as young guys is it gives us something we can be proud of. It gives us something to put our minds and mental energy into. We're men. We're built to build. We're made to make things, to build things, to create, to make things better in this world, especially now that we're the ones that broke it. You can actually combine the two. I have a friend who's a farmer. He's a writer, and I know him through our writers group that I am a part of, and he's also a farmer. And he does these things all day. It's his day job. He works outside with his hands. It's green exercise. It's literally what we as humans were made to do, and he does it for his day job. And not a lot of us do that anymore. Most of us would never really consider being outside. Maybe we have a garden, and a lot of us love being outside, but we don't consider its intense importance. So being outside, but also working with your hands is very important. And number three, these are the things we were created to do. When we go back, we literally read that this is what God created for us to be doing. Nature is super important for us as human beings. We need to be in nature. We need to be working with our hands. And what this does, here's everything this is led up to, is makes us feel like men, because it's what we're made to do naturally. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. Now, when you pair that with things like cellular activation, when you pair it with things like, there's a bunch of health stuff you can do. It creates for us a holistic environment and holistic life where we can say, hey, we're doing an awesome job. We're working out. We're getting bigger, stronger. We're doing all these things that are leading us in the direction we want to go. That includes family life. That includes our work. That includes our environment. But just do something with your hands so that you are actually getting work. I'll go and help people dig. I'll help people do like construction type stuff. I obviously do some minimal farming. I live in a farm culture around here where I'm from, and so everything is based on farms, and it's really cool. So working with your hands, working in the outdoors, and just doing what God has created you to do, it might not be either of those things. It could be something completely different. But if you're doing these things, it's going to lead into those. Less anxiety, less depression, more mental clarity. I always feel better recording episodes outside than I do inside. I naturally feel more just confident, and I can like look around and just enjoy nature. Literally, the color green makes a difference inside of our brains. It's amazing. It's crazy. And it's just so much more peaceful. And today is absolutely beautiful. The weather out here is amazing. It's amazing. So Get outside, do something with your hands, find a purpose that you can really latch onto, like a pit bull, like something crazy, so that you can say, I'm doing something with my life, with my hands, and it's making a difference for other people. These are naturally going to give you a massive masculine boost. It's going to make you feel so much more genuine. It makes you feel more genuine. This is actually, I'll keep going for a second here. This is what I did when I was recording my first episodes, except I didn't have a mic. I didn't have the camera right now like I do right now. I just have the audio back then. And it's what I did. I just walked around outside, usually before my runs. Those aren't even on YouTube. You have to go to a podcast platform to go and find those things. Spotify, Apple, whatever. But those were what I did with my episodes, and they were amazing. People loved them. I'm also curious, do you guys want to know a little more? Do you want me to do this style more? It gets hard in the winter, but those were always winter episodes too. But if you guys want to learn more yourselves, then I have a PDF of 3 core masculine traits, biblical masculine traits that go across the board. I just spoke with a very awesome guest. He's going to come on the podcast soon, you'll see. And he said that biblical masculinity needs to be true for everyone, regardless of their religious beliefs or their standings. And so these things are 3 biblically masculine things, regardless of who you are, that you can use in your dating life, personal life, workplace, everything, and it makes your life so much better. Get outside, work with your hands, go outside and read the PDF, and I will see you guys in the next episode. It's down there. See you later.